I came in the world crying and fussing. Nigga, we ain't have nothing. Every ghetto, I know the same. We tryna make a little change. Preacher man come around talking. I don't wanna hear it, keep walking.
Don't be afraid to venture over the bridge. I'm Pharaoh, in every borough, my name be ringing.
1, 2, 3, let's go!
People just tend to forget the people who do well. And I think we have that problem also in New York, where people say, oh, New York fell off or whatever. And I say, how the hell New York fell off? We got and we've had the biggest female artist ever. You know what I'm saying? Which is Nicki Minaj. So we never fell off. You understand what I'm saying? It's just, you just don't recognize that Nicki, you don't want to recognize Nicki's not from New York. Or French Montana, or even, let's say, Young M.A. Like, you understand? It's like Bobby Shmurda. We had different songs that just always pop. It's just that people don't want to say they're from New York.
Right.
You know?
In your opinion, top 5 DJs in New York City right now.
Oh. I don't, that one I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know?
Nah.
Just take a stab at it.
Because everyone is good in their own right.
Right, this is your opinion, of course.
Yeah, everyone is good in their own right. So, you know, but if I had to say anything, I'd feel like I'm all 5.
You're all,
Yeah.
I got a Cassidy right here. This is Cassidy right here.
Yeah, I'm all 5. You know what I'm saying? I'm all 5, baby. Dylan.
Spins hot fire.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you got a married man.
I'm
with
all
confidence.
5, baby.
All right, so with that being said, if you're the Prince of New York, who's the King of New York?
I have no idea. Someone named me the Prince of New York. Actually, Mr. C.
Oh, Mr. C.
Yeah, at it was a award show, and then he was like, "Yo, the Prince of New York, DJ Self," and I was like, "Oh, I like that name." I was like, "Yo, just keep it." You know
Was it just those awards?
Yes.
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh," I said, "Good looking, God." You know what I'm saying? And ever since then, I was just like, "Yo, I'm gonna keep that award." You know, keep that that name. Many people claim kings, which is cool.
Right.
You know, I don't claim to be king or anything. I just like to do what I do best.
Right.
You know, but if I had to say a title, I would call myself Winning God.
Winning God.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Dope. Funkmaster Flex. Everyone knows who he is. He recently, I guess I don't want to say had a change of heart, but he recently had a change of the way he dealt with things, where he seemed to want to bring all the DJs in New York together. He put like this long post about how, you know, it's only competition, it's not personal. He added you, Envy, pretty much everybody on Power 105, but he was still saying, I'm still going to go at you, it's still competition.
Yes.
What's your thoughts on that?
Competition is cool. The one thing, you know, I was confused when I first started on radio. You know, a lot of people look at me as a seasoned person on radio, and I've been on radio maybe 25% of the time that all the greats have been. And it's always confusing to me because, like, if my name is mentioned, it's mentioned with Flex, with Envy, with Clues, and these guys been on radio for 20 plus years.
Before you actually.
Yeah,
Right.
you know, my era is the Bobby Trends, Cash Ones, Big Benz. Those are my era. You understand? But they never mention me with my era. You know, I'm like, I haven't been on radio or anything as long as these guys. Like, I've been on radio for maybe 6 years.
Right.
You understand? These guys got 20 plus. They you know, they way more than me. So at the time when, you know, I guess the war or whatever, I didn't really even know my boss. So it's like, I'm not going to be dissing somebody and I don't even, you know the land that I'm in.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, it was just weird for me. And you know, I'm from Brooklyn. So a lot of times people don't know how to, you know, they get confused with what's radio and what's real street life.
Right.
So I felt like if I said something, you know, people are gonna go and they're gonna do something to harm something, and then I'm gonna be that dumb person that was like, hey, you know, yo, he had everything going for him and he messed it up. Now he's locked up.
Right.
You understand? So I just never, and a lot of times, you know, I'm still active, and when I say active, meaning you can still find me in the streets. you know, in some certain places where some people are not active, so they don't have that type of communication with certain people where if they say, oh, I want to beat somebody up or something like that, you know, their friends might be like, ah, ha, ha, laughing, but my friends would be like, oh, come on, let's go do it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? The people that I know. So it just was confusing to me, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't try to get into those things.
Right.
You understand? And like I said, more or less, I'm fairly new, so I'm not trying to compete with nobody or nothing like that. People want to compete because they feel like they have something to prove. I'm just here trying to get some paper and move the music.
Right. Most people want to compete with you when you become a threat, and you may not even realize it. So.
Well, if I am I don't know.
I mean, that's exactly what it is. When
you
become a threat, then they feel they need to defend whatever. You may not even be thinking about it, but
yeah, I'm definitely not.
Right. So but clearly you're a threat to them, so they have to mention it, and that's how they feel. They feel threatened.
Oh, okay.
You know? They may like when you walk, like say if you're in a safari, you're walking by a lion's den. You may not even know the lion's there, but they know you're there. Probably gonna come out and attack you. That's kind of like that. You're in their territory of popularity. You're taking something away from them, spotlight or whatever. That's how.
Okay. Well, I mean, now I'm glad that everybody's working together because then we can move the music.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So I think that's like the number one thing is us moving the music and creating new stars.
Right. Speaking of the music and the stars, right now, your opinion, who's the hottest who's the hardest artist in New York right now?
The hardest artist in New York.
The hottest artist. Right now.
Well, one, I'm going to say I like, and this is why I signed him. His name is Lou Got Cash. He's from Queens.
Are you being biased?
This is what I said. I said I like.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? This is the person, and I liked him because that's why I signed him, because I felt like, you know, I liked him. You know, I think he's the hottest artist in New York right now? No. But I like him, and I feel like he has the potential to be the hottest artist in New York. That's why I wanted to mention him.
Okay.
I feel like if you ask me this question 6-7 months from now, I and other people will say he's the hottest artist. Right. But if I had to say anyone that comes to mind, hottest, I would say Young M.A.
Young M.A.
Hottest.
I agree. Right.
I also like A Boogie.
A Boogie. Okay.
But hottest, I would say Young M.A. Reason being, her song has transcended across the country.
Right.
And there's a lot of people that their song don't even reach down to North Carolina. You know, after Philly, it just dropped.
Right.
You know, no one knows the song or anything like that. So hottest, I would say her.
Right. Who are some of the artists other than, we don't even use the hottest. Give me 5 top artists, new artists right now that are doing their thing besides Young M.A.
Talk about from New York.
From New York.
If I had to say the Jersey side of things, I like
tri-state, whatever, same thing.
Okay, I like the kid Al Bial.
Okay.
I'm very excited about Jacquay because I feel like from where he was a year ago when I first met him to now, he's moving steadily.
Right.
Not fast, but steadily. So I would mention him. And I think he's learning it and getting it, and he figured out his sound.
Right.
It's a kid named Dice Peso that I like. He's from the Bronx.
You got your ear to the street, brother.
Yeah, I like Dice Peso. I still feel like he has to find his sound also.
Right.
But I like him. See, I don't want to forget anybody. See, so if anybody feel away, it's just that he told me this off top. So I'm trying to look through my. Yeah, I'm trying to look through my
mental Rolodex.
My mental Rolodex, and figure out names. I don't know if we want to consider Monty from Remy Boys.
Remy Boy,
yeah, he's still, he's a new.
Yeah, he's new.
Right, he's a new guy. I like him also. He's from the Jersey side of things. The guy I've been campaigning. I can't believe I forgot him. Casanova.
I was waiting for you to say that.
Okay, yeah, Casanova. Right. I've seen Casanova out and about a lot of times. He's given me plenty of records, and he gave me the Don't Run record, and I liked it from jump. I was like, yo, this record is hard.
Right.
I liked it, and I've been playing it. People's like, yo, that's your artist. I'm like, nah, it's not even my artist. I just like the record. Yeah, if I like the record, I'm gonna play it. Right. Yeah, so I've been playing it. So Casanova, and I like a guy named Cassius.
Cassius.
too. Cassius has a song called $1 Million Walk. I like him also.
Okay. I can imagine, because being a DJ myself, you get approached from a million artists every day, all day. How do you single out, or who you're going to deal with, or who you're going to give a listen to? How does someone approach DJ Self to get their music heard?
Well, someone approached me, I think short and sweet is always best for me. I don't know about other DJs. Like sometimes, I got this, like sometimes people want to have a meeting in the middle of something.
Middle of the club, right?
Yeah, it's like, your fan, I came here to drink and mess with chicks like you. You understand what I'm saying? So to me, it's short and sweet. Have all your package together to me.
Right.
Yo, here's my thumb drive. Here's my card or a piece of paper wrapped up with the number for contact information, blah, blah, blah. Short but sweet. To me, also, just one song. Have your stuff together. A lot of people come, I got 10 songs. You pick which one you like. Like, this is your song, my G. Why you want me to pick which one I like? These yours. You understand what I'm saying? So to me, it's like, and I'm just giving game. Some people may say, well, why you can't pick? Because this is your project.
Right.
So, you tell me what's hot.
Right.
You understand? If I tell you what's hot, then I'm being your A&R. You understand? So, and then that means that's telling me you don't know what you like, what you got.
Right.
That's just me.
Right, that's
you
just
understand? So here goes my one song. This is the song that's hot. Now, if I like that song, I'm gonna ask you for more. It's the sample.
Right.
It's like, he got that heat. What else you got?
Right.
I'm gonna come back to you. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you give me a whole bunch of songs and one is hot and the rest is trash, I'm gonna be like, well, he got one hot song, and then it's gonna make me not even want to mess with you because I know the follow-up ain't strong.
Right.
So just give me that one heat and short and simple. Here go my song. Here's my information, and that's it.
Right. Okay. Let's go back to the Creep Squad. You
Got you.
recently kicked Cisco out of the Creep Squad, correct?
Uh-huh.
Where are y'all at with that? For people that don't know what's going on with that.
I'm not that mad at him anymore, but I still got to get back at him.
Okay.
Like I'm from Brooklyn. You always got to get a payback. So I'm figuring out how I'm gonna pay him back.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna figure it out, and we could be cool. I just got to figure out how I'm gonna pay him back.
You just got to figure out your pay.
Yeah, because like I said to you, this is very passionate about me doing the record label, and this is my first time ever doing a record label, and I don't want people to say, oh, I knew Self couldn't do it, because the first thing I think they feel like, the stigma is people in Love and Hip Hop don't go anywhere.
Right.
You understand? Or how come, this didn't happen, or this person is trash, or everyone has an opinion, as opposed to just supporting.
Right.
So, with me trying to sign different people, if somebody has an opinion that they don't like them, well, that's my job to fix them up.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? If the same thing as a kid. A kid, you tie his shoes, you show him how to tie shoes, and the kid don't know it from off top.
Right.
You have to teach him. So anybody who I sign, you may not like them from the beginning, but I'm gonna teach them. I'm gonna fix them up.
Right.
I'm gonna bring them up and fix them up. So let me fix them up. When I give it to you,
right.
then you tell me your opinion.
Right.
But with Cisco, I was, I ain't even in the beginning stage. I'm trying to get my stuff off the ground. He's just kind of messing it up.
Messing it up.
Yeah,
Or whatever. Right. How long do you see yourself doing Love and Hip Hop? Or is you using that as a stepping stone to maybe start acting, or what are you looking to do?
I don't think I'm no actor, because like I said to you, I have an obligation with radio. Radio is my first love.
Right. Okay.
So until they kick me off or whatever, I'll still be there. I'm doing radio. So. That part I really don't know. Some days you be like, I ain't doing this TV thing no more, because you get frustrated, walking down the street and people, they say certain things about you because they only see 5 minutes of your life.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So, but then at the same sentence, that same person who didn't normally know me.
Right.
I think even with you, Thorough, like I said, you said, oh, this Self is a hot DJ, whereas someone that never heard of me, they'd be like, who the hell is Self? I never heard of him. He was a nobody before Love and Hip Hop.
Right.
I've heard that several times,
Right.
because they never heard of me or whatever. So
Right.
it's all different opinions. So, sometimes I walk in places where they be like, I never heard you, the guy from Love and Hip Hop. Then I heard from you from Power, on different stuff.
How does that make you feel? Do you care about why and how people know you being a DJ? Do you want people to know you for being a DJ, or do you feel like
It's according to what side of the bed I woke up on. I'm keep it real with you. You understand? Some days, you be like, oh, come on, man, and then some days you get upset, and then some days you don't. But also in the TV field, I'm also new with the TV, so I have to learn how to, to navigate through, people's comments.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Because this is also new to me, whereas other people, let's say like a Rich, he's been around for a minute, so he knows what comes and what doesn't come.
Right.
I didn't know during my first season that people take whatever they see on TV as law. The first season I would go to the mall, oh, you cheating on your girlfriend, you dirty dog, and I'm like, yo, all right, like you never cheated or you never got cheated on before, like, yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm the only guy in the world who ever cheated on somebody. You understand what I'm saying? I cheated and I said sorry.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So, so it's just, like I said, it's just everything is a learning experience, and I'm still learning now. And I'm not afraid to say I'm still learning now.
Right.
Whereas everybody feel like they know everything. I don't know everything. I'm still learning now, and I'm still experiencing, the reaction off of television.
Right. You're a man. You have kids or whatever, and being that you have kids, are you careful about how you're portrayed on a screen?
Well, I want the children I have is a little young, but my daughter is 16.
Okay.
I put my daughter on Love and Hip Hop last season, and I think she knows because she hangs out with me often.
Right.
So she knows a lot of things, or she knows the 24 hours as opposed to the 5 minutes that they show on television. So as long as I'm there to show her things more than the television, I think I'll be cool.
Right.
But like I said to you, with the TV thing, I'm still learning.
Right.
Yeah, so I haven't had that effect of what effects it has on my children as of right now.
Right.
But my daughter that's old that can comprehend, I think she understands, because she sees me more than that 5 minutes that they show on an episode.
Right. Are you looking to put your own album out? You know how Clue did back in the days with The Professional?
Nah, I'm not. I think.
And all that?
No, I don't want to do that because right now, like I said, I started a record company. Mm-hmm. It's called Gwinnett Entertainment, and my goal in doing Gwinnett Entertainment is to help other people's careers. Okay. And also get the accolade for it. So if I'm the one that's gonna be, the artist, then I may not have time for the artist that I sign. And I think that's unfair to put somebody in a position where they gotta wait. You're gonna do for self before you do for others. Right. Unless someone is your child. Right. So instead of me putting myself in a position where, I gotta pick me or someone else, I'd rather just have that artist and me just push them. Right. Because, for instance, Future comes and Future wanna do a song. I got a feature, who I'm gonna put it on my album or my artist album, you be like, I want my album to brick. You understand what I'm saying? So let me put Future on my album. So now I don't want to have that, make that decision. So, if I get a Future feature, it's going on my artist album and not mine.
Being that you're in the position you're in, is it easier to get futures and...
It's never easy to get any artist in 2016, 2017. Is it a little
easier for you, being that you're in a certain position?
Let me tell you why I'm going to say no. And anyone, I've had this conversation with even a DJ Khaled, a drummer, getting those features and getting the artists in the studio is very hard. Right. Because of time and scheduling and different things. And then, a lot of people got a lot of things going on. Right. So, I would never say it's hard, but when getting the message out is easy. Getting whereas a regular Joe Schmo and they want to get, I'm using Future as an example, it might be harder for them to get to Future. It's easier for me to get to him, but getting them to actually lay the verse down, it may be just as hard as anyone else. Right.
Now does that, not saying Future per se, but would that make you feel some kind of way? Because being a DJ myself, we came up from the same era, the mixtapes and putting all these cats on mixtapes, making people know who they are and playing their records in clubs and on the radio. You ever get a point where you help people, like you were saying earlier, and you don't get the love back?
That's 90% of artists here, but that's why the purpose of me saying, hey, let me start my own record company,
Right.
because now, you know, instead of me doing for someone else that doesn't appreciate what I've done,
Right.
you know, I'll just do it, you know, for the people that are going to appreciate
Right.
it because it's attached to me and my brand.
And then you get that.
You know, yeah, plenty of artists, you know, they forget.
Anybody you want to single out?
No, I mean, because at the end of the day, no one owes me
Right.
anything.
Right.
You know, but a thank you. You know, some people don't do that, but hey, you know, if you don't, you know, it's water under the bridge, and you know, no love lost.
Right.
And it's a learning experience.
I got a good question for you. Is any artist that's popping right now that you've been wrong about, that you maybe didn't support them, and damn, you wish you had?
Absolutely. The first person that come to mind, I would say, is Fetty Wap.
Fetty Wap, okay.
And I tell this story a lot, and Fetty Wap probably don't remember neither, but I remember if I might have the story a little bit false, but I'm still Trap Queen. I remember if it wasn't Fetty Wap himself, it was one of his
Maybe Nit or somebody.
it wasn't Nit, but it was somebody that was very close to him. Was like, yo, I'm telling you, this is the song. We'll even give it to you. You understand? And I was like, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you know, I was like, nah, you know, and then I was, you know, yo, I'm telling you, they kept giving it to me. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I you know, I was like, this song is trash when I first heard it.
Right.
But this was maybe a year and a half. I'm keeping it real.
You're keeping it real.
Right? A year and a
Real,
half.
excuse me.
It was like a year and a half before it came out.
Right.
Right? It didn't have the rap on it. It has a rap on it now. It didn't have the rap on it. He just kept singing it over and over. You my trap queen? Over and over for 3 minutes. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm like, nah, dude. You understand? So then, out the blue, I don't know how, it just blew up, and it just, everybody kept singing. I was like, yo, that's the same song. And I remember I got like maybe like 20 songs from him, from Fetty Wap, and I was like, yo, I said, yo, this is the same kid that used to come to the radio station.
Right.
You understand? With his song. Actually, who brought it to me was a lady. She used to be on the radio station. Her name was Cherry Martinez. Her son and him were tight, like A1 tight. And her son used to bring the song to me all the time with Fetty Wap. And I was like, all right, fam, y'all sit out there. And they used to sit outside or whatever.
Wow.
But I mean, but now that shows me there's a learning experience that I can be wrong.
Right.
You understand? And everybody doesn't know everything, and I've had a learning experience because, you know, now I'm like, damn, I could have had something that went good, or maybe if it was through me, it probably wouldn't have done anything. So who knows?
Right.
You know, so maybe it have been a blessing for him also.
Right. So do you change your approach when someone's that persistent with giving you music? Like, maybe I should give this a chance? Or?
No, I don't make a difference to me. Nah, I'll keep it.
Like, no?
But the one thing I will say, and I applaud Fetty Wap and the whole crew. They've never like said, oh, you know, forget about you because you didn't believe in us. Never.
They never did that.
And never. And I feel like even if he said that, I would say he's old to say that. Never. Always love. You understand? Always love. If I ask for something, they do it. Everything. So
Right.
like to me, you know. And that's how you're supposed to be, because sometimes you never know why you need a person.
You're right.
You understand? So, you know, that's the one thing. Him, the whole crew, Nit, Danny, Shy, all of them always come through for whatever I need. So I will always applaud them for it. And like I said, they probably don't even remember.
don't remember now.
They remember now. I mean, now, you know, they got a lot of
yeah,
money.
they got
Yeah. I'm cool with that, you know. It was, and Shy. I remember Shy giving me the song too. Shy. Because Shy was like running around in our circle too.
Hey, Fetty, man, shit happens, man. Shit happens.
I mean, he don't care now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's sitting on top of the world right now. Yo, is there anything you want to cover that you didn't cover?
Also, I want to do this important because a lot of people say, oh, what's your social media? I always want to plug, I have an app. It's called the DJ Self app. It's free to your Android, your iPhone. It was an avenue where, as a DJ, and I'm telling you this too, like a lot of people always say, yo, you got a CD? Yo, can you give me a CD? And I feel like everything is to your phone. So now, you know, instead of asking me for the CD, hey, I got 50 CDs on my phone.
Right.
You understand? It's on the app. You could go straight to the app if you want anything DJ Self. My artists, my stuff, my videos, my blogs, you know, new music that you love and hate, different things like that is on the app.
Right.
DJ Self app is free.
Right. All right. So that's what it is, man. DJ Self, Gwen and God, DJ Thorough, holler us in the streets. This is 50.com. When you see us, one knee us. Let me pay respects.
That's cool. All right, you ready? Listen, it's DJ Self, the Gwen and God. This is 50.com. That's right, man. If you ain't logging on to this, you logging on to something weak, baby. We grinning, huh? And Thorough still leaving it in. He's shooting up the club, everything, kid. He got 5 kids and he ain't claiming, but it's all right. Yeah, log on to thisis50.com, take a screenshot of his picture, and get your child support money.
Wow.